back to my video. Thank you again for joining me. In this video, I think I'm going to have just a little chat with you guys, and this is not anything like the truth tag or anything like that. I know there was one going around recently on YouTube, and it's got like something like 16 questions or something. I don't have time for all that, but I did want to address a couple of things that if we're going to talk about YouTube and YouTube content, little things that maybe rub me the wrong way, let's just say, that I wanted to make mention without mentioning any and there's no specific YouTubers. Let me just say that up front. This is not like poking at any certain YouTuber or anything like that, because I've seen this across the board. Okay, and I look at, oh my gosh, I must look at hundreds of videos a week. Seriously, hundreds of videos. If I don't look at least 15 videos a day or 20 videos a day times, 5 or 7, whatever. I look at videos from years ago. I look at videos that have just gone up, this minute. I look at every type of video from a lot of different content creators on a lot of different subject matters, because as you guys probably are the same way as I am, we have multiple interests. We usually follow different content creators for different reasons. You might follow one for tutorials. You might follow one for, beauty tutorials. You might follow another one for nail tutorials. You might follow a DIY person. You might follow a software person or a camera person. Everybody has their interests here on YouTube, and this big world of YouTube. We have multiple interests, and we have multiple people that we follow. I follow, oh my gosh, I must follow about at least 50 people, if not more, seriously, on an ongoing basis. And then that doesn't include the people that I just trip and find, on some of these contents. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about is, and I'm looking over here on my notes, is basically content that is not up to snuff. So these are things that irk me, that I'm not happy about, and that I'm most likely to basically click off of before I have been done with the video. Like things that I just don't tolerate well and don't want to continue watching. Okay, so in no particular order, I'm going to go through some of my notes here. What makes me click off of content? Okay, number one, for a cooking demonstration, and I've seen, and I don't have a professional kitchen. All right, I'm not asking people to only do a professional stove, professional kitchen, gorgeous layout. Yes, obviously some of the professional cooking channels have absolutely beautiful layouts, and it's a pleasure watching them. No, I value the talent of anyone coming up here and doing a video on a recipe. Okay, what I don't value is watching a video from a content creator, and I had a couple of them. Seriously, that and people commented actually on these videos in the comment section on how grimy and dirty their countertop was and their stove was. If you're going to cook for me, if I'm going to value this recipe and what you're making, what I don't want to be turned off on is seeing the grime, the splatter, the oil, the grease, the crumbs all over the place. Now, obviously, while you're cooking and you're cutting up things and vegetables, things can get a little messy, flour and all of that. But that's natural, and you can go ahead and just stop your video, clean that up, and go to the next step on your cooking. But to start off a video and show us your grimy stove and your grimy countertop, Ajax does not cost a lot of money. It's $1 in the dollar store, or bleach, a couple of sponges, get everything cleaned off, get it, you know, your counters and your paint and everything don't have to be beautiful. I understand you have cracks in it. I understand it might be chipping, whatever, but please make it clean and hygienic, or else the whole cooking experience to me is a major turnoff. Next up, that I'm looking over here is a messy background. Okay, I'm not the best. I'm not the best. I'm not the fanciest here. You know, we all have what we can work with, but when your background is so distracting with stuff that has nothing to do with anything, it's just a pile of junk. And I'm not talking about people that have a lot of tchotchkes on their back, okay, in their background. All right, I'm talking about literal mess. I have seen people come on. In their bedrooms, let's just say, or in their apartments, with just junk all over their floor, and clothing not picked up, their laundry's on the floor, their bed is not made behind them. It looks like they just rolled out of bed and now they're doing a YouTube video. Make your bed, put a pillow on there, at least put a blanket over the mess, you know. Shove your dirty laundry under the bed, get it out of the viewfinder before you go on camera. Kind of check behind you and see that you don't have literally garbage and a mess behind you. It is very distracting, and I don't particularly take whatever you say kind of seriously, because I'm just too focused on, in my mind, trying to clean up your room. Seriously, I'm like looking like, oh my gosh, you know, those boxes need to be moved away, and you know, please pick up your dirty socks and all of this other stuff. So again, a messy background. I'm not talking about a lot of stuff and a lot of decorations. I am talking about an literally messy background. Okay, so that's one. Let me go ahead and take another one. Okay, I might get flack for this, but I'm gonna say the truth, and I'm just gonna say it. Obviously, fake hair pieces. Okay, I'm not talking about a really nice fall, or a really or a nice wig that's combed out, or someone that takes the time to put themselves together, and yes, they do have a fake piece somewhere and they're doing a great job. I'm not talking about that. I've literally seen a YouTuber, no names mentioned, that looked like they put a mop on top of their head. It again looked like they had just gotten up, literally put a mop over their head, and there were strands, just strands hanging out like this, literally like this, as they were talking. Very fake, long, what I would call an Elvira wig, okay? And it was not for a Halloween costume. It wasn't meant to be funny. These people were serious. They were doing like I think some sort of a beauty tutorial or something, with a long black Elvira type of wig with literally strands and stuff all over. Like they didn't even take the time to smooth it out, check themselves in the mirror, or do anything like that. It was very, very distracting. And again, something that in my mind, I was like, I can't take you seriously. I can't take you seriously on anything you're telling me right now about how you've done your makeup or anything, or a tutorial, because I'm focused on your wig. Your wig is just like, oh my God, please, lady, put your hair in maybe in a ponytail and just be done with it. You don't have to try to be glamorous, because it was a complete, total, utter fail. So again, that's, no. Please do a good job, or just put your hair up in a nice bun ponytail and be done with it. Okay, the next up, and I'm going to try to be brief on these because obviously, you know, we're running out of time here. Obvious filters and obvious video manipulation. Okay, I get it. You might not have lights, or you might not have the best equipment. I get that. There's windows, there's natural light coming in. You can use that. But guys, you know, I've seen this time and time again where the filtering on these cameras that they are purchasing, and they have to turn them on, is so bad and it's so murky. It looks like they are in a fishbowl. I cannot tell where their face ends and their background begins. I can't tell anything about the makeup they're using or what they're trying to do, because the filter is so god awful, and it looks almost like a cartoon is happening. It looks so fake that it almost looks like they're a sketch or a drawing or something, and they're trying not to be. But one of the ones that I remember, the contrast was so low, there was no higher contrast on it, and it was so murky that I started looking at the video like this far away from my face on my phone, and I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I mean, I'm giving my time to watch this person do something, and their video is so dang awful with these filters. You know, if you, I don't think anybody needs a filter. Okay, if you're presenting yourself and you're trying to the best you can and doing makeup and everything, we appreciate that. Okay, we are not looking at every little wrinkle and this and that. You don't have to hide behind a thick, you know, Vaseline filter that no one can see anything from. Let us all learn. Don't be ashamed of your face. Don't be ashamed, you know, of things like that. I mean, just open up, be natural, show us the tutorial, show us how you're putting on your makeup, show us everything you're doing in a clear, crisp manner so I can follow along, or you know, or choose not to, or whatever. You know, there's no shame in that. Honestly, you don't have to hide behind all of these post-production, airbrushing, photo filtering stuff, all right? Yes, a little bit maybe is called for. You know, adjusting your light, adjusting your skin tone balance. You know, the color. My camera is not perfect. No one's camera is perfect. You're going to go into post production, and you're going to, you know, put it a little bit higher as far as lighting is concerned. Actually, my light is going a little bit nuts here, so I'll put it up a little bit. You know, put up a little more light, put up a little more, you know, contrast, tweak your colors, whatever. But you don't have to make a crazy, crazy production out of it to the point where no one can tell what the heck you're doing. So please don't do that. Okay, next up for me is bad language. I will click off a video so quickly if there are cuss words all over the place. I don't care how great you are in your tutorial, how great you are in your DIY, how great you are in anything. I just, you know, I don't appreciate that, and that's just me personally. Some of you might find it interesting, or, you know, what I call spicing up the language. I just find it irritating that every other word has to be a cuss word to do your makeup, to do this, to do that. And there are certain YouTube gurus that I will, and I love them. I think they're fabulous. I think they're very great at what they're doing. But there are certain videos. Now, sometimes they're pretty genteel and they go about their business and they're doing their tutorials, and I will view it and get great pleasure out of viewing it. But there are some times where they get kind of into that zone where they're just spewing off everything, and they're using all kinds of words, and I get very irritated about that, and then I just like click off. I just stop it. I'm like, you know, I'm not enjoying this. So you know, once they calm down about it, then I'll go back and I'll you know, watch their other videos. But I don't thumbs down their videos. I don't feel that's something that I very, very, very rarely, if ever, have done. I mean, I do, you know, I can count on one hand, minus a thumb, how many times I've actually thumbed down anyone, because I think everyone deserves the benefit of the doubt, especially when they're putting effort into putting up a video, you know, unless it's blatant, something like really, you know, a racial slur or something horrible, something absolutely horrible, then obviously I would thumbs down or even block them and not, you know, just never go back on their channel again. But yeah, bad language to me is a no-go. Bad lighting, we kind of talked on that. You know, there's natural lighting that you can implement. There's a lot of, you know, you can buy things from Home Depot for $5 and lanterns and put them around. So again, don't have to be in like a murky cave. You can work with what you have. So that's one other thing. Bad sound. Again, you know, there are situations where you can only do so much with what you have. But nowadays, with the phones that we've got and some of these, even the cheaper cameras, your sound doesn't have to be horrible, like it's coming out of two tin cans, you know, with a string between the two. And also like background noise. You know, if you know that somebody's mowing the lawn, or there's a certain time of day where people are very active around your house, that's another thing. If people are running around, kids in the background, TV blasting in the living room. I've seen that where I've actually been watching a tutorial, and I actually think it was a nail tutorial, if I'm not mistaken. And the lady who was doing the tutorial, first of all, her voice was very low and very how do you call it? Just mellow and soft. Okay, soft, very soft voice, and she was doing a good job with the tutorial. But the background noise of the TV being in the living room, and literally I could hear that someone was preparing lunch for someone. The microwave went on. There were cabinets being bashed back and forth. There were clanking of dishes and spoons and things like that. It was very distracting. The background noise was extremely distracting, and I had to stop the video and just, you know, click off of it and find another video that had a similar tutorial that was done better. So if you know that you're going to film something, you know, and your family's around, or you're having supper, or you're having, you know, some activity going on, maybe go into a bathroom or go into a bedroom upstairs, or find a different time where you can do it. It's just really distracting, okay? And I think I've gone through every one. Let me make sure. Bad language, bad tutorials, you know, everyone's on a learning process, but if you really don't know what you're doing at all on a video, don't put up a video. I saw a video on a camera review, okay, how to set up a camera, because when I got my Canon, again, I went up on all these videos and reviews and tutorials. Oh, what are the best settings, you know, how to look at the display in the back, what to set and everything. And this one young guy, and again, I don't even know where the video is. I couldn't even name them, and I don't want to name them. One young guy went through some of the menu of this camera that he said he had and all of that. And I swear to God, almost every button or menu item that he clicked on, oh, I don't know what this does. I have no idea what this is. I think I choose this, but I'm not sure. Okay, I think you have to go over here, but I'm not really familiar with it. I don't know what this button does on the back of the display. I have no clue what that button does. Okay, why are you putting up a review tutorial of a certain camera model when you know, 3/4 of the information, you have no clue how this camera works, okay? Figure it out. Take a time, take a week, whatever, go out shooting with it, and then come back and do a tutorial. Don't rush to do a tutorial on what those buttons are, okay? So that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I hope you found this you know, video enjoyable and informative. Leave me your comments below and let me know on what little things, you know, piss you off as far as content is concerned, what you guys don't like watching and what irritates you. Guys, again, do not bash anyone in particular. Do not name names. I will not tolerate that. And your comments will be deleted if you name actual names. I don't want any bullying or anything like that going on. I'm just putting this up there for informative purposes so we can all learn and, you know, see what everybody's attitude is about the quality of the videos here up on YouTube in general. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Give me a big thumbs up if you can, and share this video around if you can. And I hope that you are having a wonderful day and a blessed day and are keeping warm and do not have like all these snow events that are going on. It's crazy. We have the sun is out right now, but it's only like 32 degrees out. I mean, it is very, very cold out. No snow in the forecast, so that's good. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to go out a little bit and be with the hubs and enjoy a day with him. Okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.